everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm going to show you how I've made this wonderful tunnel card. I haven't made one for quite a while and I'm so glad I did because I've got these new frames and I think they work really well with this style. So I'll show you all of the product that I've used in a moment. You can see all of the dimension that this has, but the great thing about them is they all fold flat. They always tend to fold better one way or the other. Actually, I think that way it folds better. This will go in a 6x8 envelope. I'll share my envelope playlist. I'll have it popping up now if you do want to make your own custom ones, but you can also use your envelope punch board as well for that measurement. But if I just bring it up a bit closer, you can see all of the detail on this card, and this is using some of my new collection, and I'll show you that in the video. No dies are needed to make the main diorama, so you can use anything you've already got in your stash, but I did want to show off these wonderful new products. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. Okay, so it's all deconstructed because we're going to build up all of the layers. So for the, I think this is going to be the back. Yeah, will be the back. The front I've got the hinges for. So this is the back of the card and then the sides. So this is a piece of 11 by 6. Along that 11-inch side you want to score at 2.5 and 8.5. Then you want 4 pieces that are just under, it's just slightly under, just like take a little slither, a little bit off the edge. If I lay these down, can you see there's the 7-inch score line? It's just a little bit off that. Then you want to score at 1/2 inch at each end along that longer side. So 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Don't do half and then 6.5 because this will be too short. Basically, and this will be exactly 6 inches. We don't want it to be. We want it to be slightly under so that it will fit within this box. Because once these sides come up, these kind of replace that little bit that we've cut off. Then to attach the frame, you're going to want these hinges, which are 1 inch by 6, and I've scored along the 1 inch side at 1/2 inch, just all the way down. And then I've cut my frame, so it's gorgeous. I love this frame. So there it is cut. This is the set. And then you've got all of your extras to build up. So that's the main plates that will go through a standard die machine. You don't need your large ones. And then you've got your bits here, which will go over a lot of these images here. So you've got, for example, the heart. So we're going to have that in a different colour. And then you've got this present here. I'm just going to snip the bunting. I'll just die cut just that portion with like probably a mirrored card and replace that. You've got all the other little presents here, the balloons. I'm going to build all of that up. Probably just going to do loads of just different colours, maybe like rainbow colours. And then I'm going to cut more of them and have them around the sentiment that's going to be in the tunnel as you look into the card. Hopefully it's going to turn out nice and it's going to look really interesting. So I'm going to use these circle dies to create the tunnel. So you want the 4 pieces that are 7 by 6. You don't have to use circles. So if you don't have a die machine, you can just cut different squares and cut them with your scissors, trimmer. It's entirely up to you. So you can make tunnel cards without. I've got lots of tunnel cards. Well, I say lots. I've got lots of diorama cards. Tunnel cards, I've got a handful, and I will have that playlist towards the end of the at the end of the video. So don't worry about folding all of these. I just did them earlier just to check it was all going to fit. So the idea with this is the one at the front will be the biggest circle, and then the next one will be the next one down, and so on. So you're looking, you know, so as you're looking in, the hole is getting smaller and smaller. Now obviously I'm going to have that on the very front, so I want my largest circle to kind of be this size. So let's see what this one is here. Maybe a bit too big. Go down. That one there. Yeah, I think that's going to be perfect. So I'm going to cut that one first of all on this top one. Once you've cut your first one, you're going to then use that for a template to position the next one. So I know I want this right in the middle. So ignore your score lines either side here. Grab your tape. And just make sure you've got kind of an equal amount at the top, the bottom and the sides there. That looks about right. I'm going to run that through my die machine. Okay, so that's the first one. Then I'm going to take the next one, sit this over the top. Then I'm going to miss a circle. I'll just show you here. So I've missed that one. I'm going to go for this one. for the next, because I want a quite a thick border, I think, between them. So that first aperture is 4 inches. This one then is about 3 1/4. So just lay that down so you've got a nice equal, like even frame, and then take that in place, take that one off, and now run that one through your machine. Okay, and then take your next piece and sit that one now over the top. You can obviously sit that one on top as well if you want, so you can see how they're starting to look, and you're getting that tunnel. I'm keeping the ones I've used to one side so I don't get confused. So then I'm going to miss this one and then go to this one here. I think I might have some holographic card. Might do little rings on these, and then maybe have holographic card right in the middle at the back. I think that could look quite interesting. I'm kind of making it up as I go along. Again, die cut that one, and just repeat that on the very last piece as well. Okay, so those are now all ready. As you can see, I've got that full effect. Didn't give you the measurements for the last two, so I had about 2 3/4 and then 2. Like I said, I might use all of those and then the ones that I missed to make little frames around them, but for now we'll keep it as it is. So you want to take this piece now. I'm going to start sticking these in. What's going to happen is you're going to fold down the sides, and each one's going to stick against the side of this. I take another one and just kind of rest that one on top. You'll see how we're going to get this cool dimension. Now, if I do want to make the little rings, I'm going to have to do that before I stick it all together. So to do the rings, you just take the original circle from whatever set and then the next one up from that. So mine would have been this one here, and just sit that over the top so you've got, again, an even ring, and then you cut that in whatever colour you want. Like I said, I think I'm going to do holographic, and I'll tie that in to the bunting. I think that's quite a nice mirrored card for a party card. So I'm going to do that with all of those, get these rings done, stick them on each of these, and then stick them in. Okay, so that's all of the frames. I think it looks even better now. So take the one with the smallest shape, circle, square, whatever it is you've got. I'm going to use my construction glue to stick these in, and I'm just going to work down one side first of all. So you just lay it flat and butt it up to the score line, and then fold that one over. And just lift it up and fold it back. Again, just make sure it's all in place, and it just sits nicely next to the other side, like so. Then take your next one. Again, add your glue. And now you're going to butt that one up on top to the side and then close it down. Every time you close it, make sure everything runs nice and straight and parallel. You want it all to be, you know, lined up with the top and the bottom there, as well as the side. Again, carefully, each time you bring it up, fold it right back over the other side, and just make sure that everything is lined up, and just repeat that on the other two. Okay, so you can see that side, and then when I pull that up, again, that fun effect. So now fold it right over this side, and they should all just line up over the top of each other. So now you can just add your glue on those 4 strips or 4 tabs, like so, and then just fold that one right over. Just leave that now to completely dry. Okay, so now you should have something like this. And because we've cut a little bit off, you should have those all perfectly straight and equally spaced. Looks so cool. Now, because I'm using this frame, I've had to make these little hinges to attach onto here. If you just wanted to cut a bigger circle or a bigger square as your top piece, then have it this way instead. So this would be your front. So you'd cut your largest circle into this one. And then for this back piece, just cut yourself a piece of 6.5 by 6 and score along the 6.5 at 1/4 of an inch at both ends. Fold it and then just stick it in to seal the back. Okay, but like I said, because I'm adding this frame, you'll see it sits perfectly over there, but I just need to add the hinges. So I've got these pieces here, but I actually could trim them down because I'm not going to need it as much. So I think I'm going to trim, I'll leave the measurement that I gave you, but if you want to trim it down, if you're doing something similar to me, then I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch off of each side. So it's now just a little 1/2 inch hinge. So I've still got the score line in the middle, but I've just created a thinner hinge. And I glue down the one side there. Flip this over. I've just stuck it onto that side there. And then again, trim this one. Right up to the edge there. I'm just going to trim this. It's just a little bit shorter. I've just trimmed that down just so it's got the same as that there. So now I'm just going to add a little glue down each side here. And I think I'll stick this side in first. So just lean it over to the side. So, and then just pop that one in. And then fold the whole thing flat and just make sure that's all secure. And now we've got that cool box. You could put a photo of the birthday boy or girl right down the back there. I think that would look really cool. So next to decorate, so I'm going to cut all of these pieces now in all different colours. I'm going to cut the little candles there. I'm just thinking I might colour them in instead. I do like colouring them in. I'm going to cut the bunting again using some holographic card. And I think I'm just going to do like rainbow colour. I'm going to have a play around, as I always do, and then I will be back. But the idea is that I'm going to have more of the presents just kind of like, you know, on different levels there. And then for the sentiment, I'm going to use one of these. So either the Let's Celebrate or It's Your Birthday, or I might have Surprise, and then I could have Let's Celebrate. So you can, like I said, you can just mix these up and do so many different sentiments with them. So I'm going to get this all done and then I'll show you it when it's finished. So here's the finished card. I think it's turned out really, really cool. I added just a circle of holographic card and it's got circles on it. I think it just works really well and it just kind of draws your eye right into the center there. But you can see all of the different elements there, the little pom-poms. I've added my accent glaze onto the sentiment and onto the ends of the little candles there. And then on the back, you've obviously got all your space there to be able to write your message. And then again, we'll always go down better one way. That's better there. That folds flat for me that way. And that will all go into a 6x8 envelope. So I've got lots of tutorials showing you how to make your own envelopes. You can use that. And that size is also on the punch board. So I will have some envelope tutorials popping up in the video. So I hope you've enjoyed this tunnel card for me today. It's been nice to revisit this style, and I think it's worked really well with the frames. All of this product is available over on the Craft Stash website, so you can find that by clicking here, but I'll have it individually linked in the description box below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, because that way you won't miss out on any future videos that I'm sharing. And check out like the diorama tunnel playlist I'll have popping up here if you want some more inspiration. See you all again soon. Bye.